So now we sitting in there, bro. I done told everybody in the house, if we go to this party, somebody gonna die tonight. They laughing and joking and thinking it's a joke. I even told Big before we left. Stevie J at that party popping bottles with Puff. That picture, I hope you show it to the people. You understand? I'm right there. Stevie J know damn well who I am. So now, Stevie J ain't have a conversation with Big about if he go to this party, he gonna die. They never told Big nothing.
He been talking bad about Diddy for like 5 years, bro. What you?
I don't got no time to be playing with dudes, no, for real. Like, Gene, come on now. We know you washed up. You can't even walk good. Your knees is bad, man. Stop playing around with dudes, man. I'm not here to, if you want to get your money, Gene, do that, but don't talk about me. You know what I'm saying? The same with 50. It's cool. You want to make jokes and all that. I'm not here to play on my name.
But Stevie J, he talking about I got bad knees. I kick him so far up in his ass, he tastes shoe polish, bro. I do not play with that. I'm the one that used to make sure that you was all right. You understand? I got pictures when I used to bodyguard you, bro.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Rap Rewind. And we coming back with a different look. Y'all can see more of me now. Can't you see? Yeah, y'all been talking about me, but we heard y'all and we're back. And we hope you like this new edition with the new merch. Yes, yes. We got the new Rap Rewind merch. So check it out after this video. And listen up, y'all. Gene Deal been wilding out on Stevie J. Now, some may think that he's a little out of line, but a lot of people don't think he's capping. And given that Stevie J was a close associate of Diddy, Gene Deal did protection for both men. And he may got some knowledge of some skeletons that may be hidden in the closet. This whole thing with Gene Deal started a little over a year ago when this Diddy case started to blow up. Now, although Gene Deal had been exposing Diddy for years at that point, when Diddy's crib in Miami got raided, Stevie J was there working in the studio. Now, Stevie J been defending Diddy on multiple occasions, including on TMZ. Now, he said he's been knowing Diddy for 29 years, and he ain't never seen nothing foul go down.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean, you know.
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years.
And this was around the same time Stevie J was getting into it with 50 Cent, because 50 was mocking Diddy and him for the freak-offs. Everybody knows 50 ain't cool with Diddy, as he's been dissing him for almost 2 decades. And everybody also knows that 50 is a master troller. So if Stevie was gonna be on Diddy's side, then he about to be collateral damage. Stevie didn't take it well though, and responded by inviting 50 to a one-on-one fight.
Curtis, what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? Is she with gang them? Or is it that you sucking little rod? However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. F all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
A lot of people found this just as corny as pretty much any other celebrity calling dudes out for a fight on camera. That combined with the bad optics of being on Diddy's side just meant people were more eager to laugh at him than anything else, including 50 himself, who of course responded by making fun of him.
Step to me, son. If I ain't with it. That's all you gotta do. Niggas ready for all I gotta do. Think somebody wanna fight me? My shit up. My shit up. Go with that. Come on. I hope you get past the security.
This led to a back and forth where Stevie J mentioned in that TMZ interview that 50 has been trying to bring the black community down, and that if he don't want to fight, then he should keep his name out of his mouth.
And then it's like with guys like 50, You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to put me. I don't know if y'all saw the poster where 50 posted about me. Of course, you guys seen it.
Yes.
Right? You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, 50 has been going after Diddy and everybody associated with him for months now, ever since the Cassie lawsuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him beating her up and about, his other baby mom saying beating her up. I just look at it as, he wants to bring the black community down worse than anyone else. How is that so? I said what I said in my post, and I'm standing on that too. Now, since he didn't accept what my offer to him, and he want to continue to be a comedian, why don't you go make some movies with Michael Blackson and don't talk about me?
Okay.
If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to donate to charity, donate the bread to charity and fight. Don't stop being a girl and talking about dudes.
Now, a lot of people at the time were inferring that the reason why Stevie was getting so rattled about the Diddy situation is because he was allegedly involved in several of Diddy's freak-offs. I mean, the dude was literally inside Diddy's home when the place got raided. And this is where Gene Deal might have gotten on his bad side, because around the same time, Gene Deal did an interview with Art of Dialogue where he referenced Stevie's TMZ appearance and said, even for Diddy, getting a good word put in by Stevie J of all people ain't gonna do him any good. Gene basically implied that Stevie J is corrupted himself and even mentions his history with drugs and women.
That Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in the way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as a individual is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man.
Gene also said both Stevie and Puff been in and out of rehab because they be doing all types of drugs, and that's why Stevie is so delusional about the truth. Then he said, Stevie gotta be crazy to consider throwing fades with 50, and that 50 wouldn't even break a sweat handling him.
Man. You know they gotta be crazy. Something gotta be wrong with when he stood up there and he said that he wanna challenge 50. I don't know much about that clout him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bull. My man, there's no way. There's no way. He don't want it with 50, bro. If that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that word?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight.
The plot also thickened when Lil Rod had Stevie J's name in his court case against Diddy. In the filing, he said Diddy used a tape of Stevie J with another dude to try to get at him. Gene said that very likely was not Stevie J because an exotic worker had since come out and claimed to be the one in the video. Gene said Puff likely told Lil Rod it was Stevie in the tapes just to trick him since Rod looked up to Stevie at the time. But when Gene got asked if Stevie might be gay, which is a rumor that's been going around at the time, he said he don't know, but under the influence of cocaine, he definitely could have been getting down like that.
And when you hear these allegations, right, you knowing Stevie J, do you think it's possible that he could be gay?
Well, I don't know his sexuality, but is a hell of a drug. You understand? And by being a hell of a drug, and he indulging with Diddy like that, and now he's invited to the Diddy parties. In that whole thing, if you read it, he said that Diddy said he was having sexual relationship with Stevie J. So all I can say is this, man. If two men lay down, how many homos get up?
2.
In my book. That's all you can say, man. You don't know. You know, unless you catch him in an act like that. You understand what I'm saying? But if he said, Puff said that he laid down with Stevie J and 2 men lay down, 2 homos get up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a quote, man. And if
Gene Deal also got a crazy story about Stevie J on the night Biggie died in LA. Since he used to be Stevie's personal bodyguard, he was there next to him and Mace in a different car when Biggie got shot. According to Gene, the first thing Stevie thought to do was go over to Faith Evans' hotel with Gene's cross and chain and hand them over to her to give to Big's boy. And this kind of rubbed Gene the wrong way, since that wasn't Stevie's cross or chain to give away, and Stevie never paid him back for the cross.
And if I'm not mistaken, Stevie J, he was with you the night Big got killed, right?
Yeah, Stevie J was there. Stevie J was there. And as soon as Big died, he was supposed to get on the plane with us, with them, and go to New York. He rushed to Faith Hotel. Rushed just to the hotel. He was wearing my cross and my chain, right? I said, Stevie, I'm not selling you my cross. My cross got blessed. He said, let me wear it. I said, yo, okay, bro. He gave me $1,500 for the chain and then never paid me for the cross. Ended up giving Faith the cross and the chain to give to little Chris Wallace. That's what he said he did with it.
Given the obvious implication that Stevie might have been sneaking up on Faith behind Biggie's back when he was still alive, Stevie J understandably wanted Gene Deal to stop speaking on his name.
He been talking bad about Diddy for like 5 years, bro. What you?
I don't got no time to be playing with dudes. No, for real. Like, Gene, come on now. We know you washed up. You can't even walk good. Your knees is bad, man. Stop playing around with dudes, man. I'm not here to, if you want to get your money, Gene, do that, but don't talk about me. You know what I'm saying? The same with 50. It's cool. You want to make jokes and all that. I'm not here to play on my name. I stick by my friends. I'm loyal to the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that thinks of throwing in the water. I'm gonna stay on top of everything, and we just gonna wish that.
As many pointed out, he not really denying anything Gene Deal said. He just throwing middle school playground insults at him. And Gene's response was to take things further. He said he could still beat Stevie up as is, and doubled up saying 50 would knock him out.
But Stevie J, no, I'm the type of dude, he talk about I got bad knees, I kick him so far up in his ass, he takes shoe polish, bro. I do not play with that. I'm the one that used to make sure that you was all right. You understand? And I got pictures when I used to bodyguard you, bro. And you know I never played those games. So because you get mad, because I say something about, you know, when I know 50, I know 50, and I know you. You understand? If I got to put my house up, if I got to put my car, my jewelry, I'm putting my shit up on 50. I'm not going to put it on you. I'm just telling you what I know. 50 hit that nigga so hard, man, he won't wake up to the middle of next week.
Gene then also said the reason why Stevie trying so hard to defend Diddy is because he probably scared that he on some of the tapes himself. He mentioned that Stevie J leaked his own sex tape in the past for attention, and that Diddy really the one pulling the strings. So given all of that, Gene Deal and Stevie J ain't been on good terms up until that point. But things really kicked off again recently when Stevie J did an interview with Vlad. Stevie J went through his entire life in those 2 hours, and being the legendary producer that he is, he mostly enjoyed talking about the music. But when they got to talking about the night Biggie died, things got spicy. Gene Deal had previously said that a street dude warned Stevie J and Mace about some activities that could go down that night in LA, and they allegedly both disregarded it. So when Vlad asked Stevie in his interview if he knew anything about what was about to go down, Stevie unsurprisingly said it was just a regular night.
Okay, so there's this huge anticipation for the second album. Big goes out to LA.
I was there.
You were with Big.
Yeah, I was in the car with Puff.
So I interviewed Gene Deal, and he was saying how he didn't want to go out that night, and he was telling people that it wasn't safe and so forth. Were you getting any indication that something bad was about to happen? No, just a regular night going out.
Just a regular night.
Everything good. Okay.
Then Stevie confirms that he was in the car with Puff and Gene Deal, and they was in a different car in front of Biggs when he got shot.
Where's your car compared to everyone else's?
I mean, shoot, I came out and the driver was right there in the front.
Okay, were you in the car with Puff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Gene Deal was the driver?
No, he wasn't driving.
But he was in the car with you guys?
Yeah, he was the security guard.
Okay, got it. So you guys are driving in front of Big, and then you hear the shots ring out. Did you see the driver? Did you see anything?
Nah.
Nothing.
You hear shots? What would you do if you heard a shot?
Yeah.
What would you do if you heard a shot?
Okay.
And after they heard the shots, their car pulled back around and they called an ambulance. Now, this is the part that got Gene Deal a little pissed off. In his story, he said he helped pull Big out of the car and get him to the hospital after the shots went off. But in this Vlad interview, Stevie says he don't remember Gene Deal getting out their car to go help Big.
From what Gene Deal said is he gets out of the car and pulls Big out of the car. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay,
You know
so
what I'm
what do you remember happening after the shots ring out?
I remember calling to see where the closest ambulance was. That's what I remember, you know what I'm saying? And, we went to the hospital.
Were you in the ambulance with Big?
No.
No.
So because of that comment, we got Gene Deal in his latest interview with dialogue going off on Stevie harder than he ever did before. He said Stevie ain't no gangster, and he only talking crazy about beating people up because of the drugs.
I don't know when he became a fucking gangster. Excuse me for my language. I don't know when he became a gangster. He was talking all that gangster stuff and about 50 and what he'll do and how he was never that type of dude, bro, man. That's them drugs, man. That is them drugs. Stevie J better set his little ass down. He be the first nigga in the church. Everybody be come looking at him and he wouldn't be making a sound. Do you understand me? He'll be the first nigga in the church, dressed better than everybody, and wouldn't be making a sound. Everybody be coming to see him. He ain't no gangster. He needs to stop that, bro.
Then Gene says the week where the Bad Boy crew was down in LA, Mace and Stevie attended a basketball game where a member of the Crips told him they finna make a move. But he and Mace ain't got nothing to worry about because the primary targets were Puff and Biggie. Gene claims that despite Stevie having this information, he didn't warn dudes about what was about to go down.
I'm gonna tell you, since he want to talk and he wants to be out there. The week that they were setting up or whatever, that Big got killed, Stevie J and Mace went to a basketball game together. And at that basketball game, those Crips, I think the Dog Pound pulled them to the side and told both of them that, oh, y'all good, man. You understand? It's Puff we want and it's Big we want. They had that conversation with them cats. Stevie J should have been talking about he didn't tell Big nothing. He may have told Puff, but he ain't tell Big nothing. And I don't think Mace had a conversation with Big about that. But Mace had a conversation with Puff about it.
Gene then says he seen Mace mixing in with some shiesty crowds around Stevie, and that's how he knew something ain't right. He said hours before everything went down, he told everybody in the room that if they go to that party, then somebody gonna die.
So now we sitting in there, bro. I done told everybody in the house, if we go to this party, somebody gonna die tonight. They laughing and joking and thinking it's a joke. I even told Big before we left. Stevie J at that party popping bottles with Puff. That picture, I hope you show it to the people. You understand? I'm right there. Stevie J know damn well who I am. So now, Stevie J ain't have a conversation with Big about if he go to this party, he gonna die because of what he had heard those guys tell Mace and him at the basketball game. They never told Big nothing.
And then he mentions how weird Stevie's relationship with Faith was. We know Stevie and Faith were married for 3 years before getting a divorce, and it was a real roller coaster of a relationship. But according to Gene, the very night that Big died, Stevie was allegedly in her hotel room trying to comfort her. And they went on to make an album together where Faith is talking about her love for Big. So for the two of them to later get together is very sus.
You know what I'm saying? Got the rest of Puff stuff. We were standing in the Beverly Hills Hotel. You understand? So now, Stevie J goes over there to Faith and listen here. I guess that was the start of their romance or started to rekindle their romance. Stevie J is the one who helped Faith do the album. And Faith was talking about her love for Big, bruh. He helped write I don't know if he helped write the music. I know he made the music, but he helped Faith on that whole album to Big, bruh. And then he goes back and married Big's ex-wife after he was murdered? Come on, man. Like I said, if he don't know me, the Pope ain't Catholic and pig ain't pork.
Gene Deal also calls bullshit on Stevie's claims that it was just a regular night when Big got shot. He says there was a crazy East Coast, West Coast thing going on, which Stevie himself spoke of at the time, and they all knew the temperature of the city after everyone blamed Bad Boy for the death of Tupac. He also said real gangsters around them at the time refused to turn up with them at LA without the extra protection. So no, it wasn't like a regular night.
Regular night, brother. Regular night. And you gonna tell me ain't nobody on drugs? But then I seen the interview he did. We was in the middle of the East Coast, West Coast war. Dog, that's drugs that make you do that kind of thing. Talk like that. That white man just done tricked him. And ain't no disrespect to him. Had this dude up there talking all kind of crazy talk, bruh. How is that a regular night, bruh? Tupac dead. They blamed it on us. Jake dead. They blamed it on us. A lot of stuff was going in the industry. How was that a regular night? 23 of us went into that party. 11 of us was probably feeling a certain way and they jetted on us. They left the party. So how was it a regular night? Ray Charles could have seen that it wasn't no regular night, bruh. I don't know where he get that from. That's crazy, bruh. It's so regular, Big ended up dead, right? That's how regular it was. Yo, bruh, Tupac was loved by the West Coast as well as the East Coast or down south. Tupac was loved. If they put out there in the atmosphere that the guys that had something to do with or maybe had something to do with the death of arguably one of the top 5 rappers of all time and the love that he had with all the music he had just put out in shorter time with him coming out of jail, you're gonna tell me that ain't nobody, not nobody, want to kill somebody over him or hurt somebody? Big Jake was loved by the Bloods out there. You gonna tell me don't nobody, not one person, want to hurt somebody over Jake's death? Are you serious, bruh? It was nothing regular about that night. It wasn't so it's something no regular. He knew that Wolf said he wasn't coming out there unless he was coming out there right. Wolf wanted to take 2 tour buses with us. So now, he know this. He close to Puff at this time. So he know what's going on. That the head knocker, the problem solver, he not even going to LA because he know it ain't safe. What do you mean?
And now we know for sure that Gene Deal and Stevie J hates each other's guts. Because you also got Gene talking about how Faith Evans had to be down bad with cocaine in order for her to get with Stevie, and how Stevie was worse than a betrayer for doing what he did. Now, he said a whole lot of other stuff, and you could check it all out on Dialogue's channel. More importantly though, we're starting to understand why Biggie's murder is still a mystery till this day. I mean, given the amount of people within Biggie's circle who may have had more information than others, who was moving weird, ain't no way this thing doesn't go deeper than what we suspected. And as for Stevie J, people gonna continue to be on his case as long as he keeps defending Diddy. I mean, isn't that what friends are for? Some people feel that he gotta stop, or he may be going down with him. And that's all for this story. Again, comment, like, and share. And while you at it, check out the merch. Rap Rewind. It's the Brooklyn way. Hey yo, you could click on the link. Check out what we got and order. You might find something.